stick around to see how this beloved snow cone shop has taken a turn for the worse.
A new interactive experience opens in North Texas.
Government shutdown averted, but the fight is far from over.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Madison Myers.
And I'm Mauricio Ortiz-Segura. A government shutdown has been prevented for now, but the fight is far from over. A funding bill that allows the U.S. government to function and pay all government employees was passed this weekend, buying Congress 45 days to come up with a long-term plan. CNN's Mike Valerio has the story.
A government shutdown averted for now.
We're going to be right back in this place in November.
Down-to-the-wire negotiations led to bipartisan passage of a stopgap funding measure, keeping the government open through November 17th.
A needless crisis will have been averted.
The bill includes natural disaster aid and a measure to keep the Federal Aviation Administration operational. Notably absent, additional funding for border security and funding for Ukraine, an issue dividing House Republicans.
There is no way that we can abandon Ukraine.
I tell you, that's not a mission the American people support.
And now, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's future is on the line. His decision to put a bipartisan bill on the floor has painted a target on his back.
It is becoming increasingly clear who the Speaker of the House already works for, and it's not the Republican conference.
Representative Matt Gaetz is among the hardline conservatives threatening to move to oust the California Republican. The unprecedented move would paralyze the House of Representatives and jeopardize the chance of passing a long-term funding bill before the deadline. McCarthy says he's ready for the fight.
Bring it on, let's get over with it, and let's start governing.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
And while the fight over the federal budget continues in Washington, another fight began today in New York. Donald Trump in court charged in a multi-billion-dollar fraud case. Last week, a New York court judge ruled that Trump, his sons, and their companies inflated their businesses' assets by more than $3.5 billion. The court called it persistent and repeated fraud. Today, opening arguments came in that civil trial brought by the New York Attorney General last summer. What it could mean for Trump and his companies is a huge fine and damages. There are charges of both fraudulent business records and insurance fraud. Trump could lose control of his companies in addition to paying a hefty fine. The case continues tomorrow.
Maddie, it felt so good walking to class this morning. I'm really hoping that this nice warm weather lasts for just a little longer.
Me too, Mauricio. It has been feeling really nice out, but I do think we may be starting to see some of those cooler temperatures later this week. Our weather anchor, Kayla Bumpus, has more on what we can expect. Kayla?
That's right. It may be warm right now, but later in the week, we are going to see it cool down. Let's take a look. Right now, it is 88 degrees Fahrenheit, feeling the same with wind speeds at 11 miles per hour. We are going to be seeing some clouds, which will continue to tonight. It's going to cool down to 82 degrees Fahrenheit, feeling around the same at 83, and wind speeds are going to slow down to 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow, we are going to continue to see those clouds. It's going to be 85 degrees, feeling a little bit warmer at 86, and wind speeds are going to pick back up to 11 miles per hour. Stick around to see what we can expect for this week's full weather.
Thanks, Kayla. Well, it's October, and you know what that means. Starting today, student loans begin again after a 3-year hiatus due to COVID. Payment shock is a real thing, and student loan borrowers are feeling it.
Student loan payments are back, adding to a growing list of things eating away at Americans' finances. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau says 1 in 5 people with student loans are likely to struggle once their payments resume in October.
So it does feel like a even bigger burden for certain people. So there's kind of like this mix of feelings.
And according to a Bankrate survey, nearly a quarter of Americans with student loan debt say borrowing too much for their education is their biggest financial regret.
The numbers are so unreal and astronomical that I can't even fathom making a payment.
If I had that ability to talk to my younger self, I would have never ever gone for that law degree. These student loans have been a noose around my neck for 20 years.
According to federal education data, the average student loan borrower owes over $37,000, costing on average up to $300 a month.
If you have debt, you really want to face it head on and figure out a plan for it.
So what can you do now to get a handle on your debt? 1, get your finances in order. See where you can trim down now to handle that additional monthly expense. 2, research and sign up for a repayment plan.
So an income-based plan that will make sure that your payment doesn't exceed a certain percentage of what you're making.
3, get back on the bandwagon. Make the necessary adjustments to make one-time payments and avoid delinquencies. For Consumer Watch, I'm Cole Higgins.
Well, we all know that part of getting an education means having access to information and libraries. Denton tattoo enthusiasts supported their local libraries this past Saturday in an unusual event. ntTV's own Chelsea Jones is at South Branch Library with more of this inktacular story. Chelsea?
Thank you.
Thanks, Madison. Dozens of Denton residents lined up this past Saturday to get tattoos as a part of a fundraiser for local libraries. The Kennedy Fowler Library Foundation provides resources to the Denton Public Library. The foundation partnered with Americana Tattoos to raise money for public libraries through the sale of flash tattoos. Flash tattoos are smaller and cheaper than standard tattoos, which can last between 2 to 6 days. This was the first big fundraiser for the Fowler Foundation, and due to the large turnout, another one will be planned. I know I'll be there, and I think I'll get my favorite book, The Outliers. That's all I have. Back to you all at the studio.
Thanks, Chelsea. And coming up next, a local icon goes up in flames. We've got the story.
And a beloved Texas tradition starting again, how you can spend your time this fall when we come back.
Did you know you have access to video equipment like DVDs, video games, and cameras? That's right, you do. Come on down to Chilton Library and fulfill your media dream. Located on the bottom floor next to the student sculpture. Hope to see you there soon. Hey girl, you know you look good. I like the way you move and groove. I'm not sure.
Favorite during these hot times, Nome sadly suffered terrible fire damage last Saturday. Our live shot reporter Chris Cordova is there with more information regarding why this happened and what this means for the future of Nome cones.
Thanks, Madison. I've got some bad news for fans of the frozen treat shop Nome Cones. The shop suffered a devastating fire Sunday night. The fire marshal's office estimates the fire caused $100,000 worth of damage. The battalion chief said the fire originated in the kitchen, which caused the entire shop to suffer heavy smoke and heat damage. The business took to Facebook to thank the Denton community for their support over the years. Nome Cones says they will be closed for an indefinite amount of time. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Chris. We all know that sound on the first Wednesday of every month. Well, this Wednesday, everyone's phones, televisions, and radios will sound off an alert all going off at once. The alarm will sound at 1:20 p.m. Don't worry, it is only a test to make sure everyone is aware of possible emergencies. This is the second time the government has issued a national alert. It's scheduled to last a minute long. And Maddie, we are inching closer and closer to sweater weather. I can feel it in my bones.
Yeah, we really are, and I'm so excited to pull out all the cute sweaters. But why don't we double check in with our weather anchor, Kayla Bumpus, to see what kind of temperatures we can expect going forward. How about it, Kayla?
Although the weather for this fall season has felt like one long summer, it's looking like we are finally going to be getting those cooler temperatures we've all been waiting for. This year has had the second hottest September on record in the Dallas area. This week will start off as warm as we have been seeing, but as the week progresses, we will be getting the first strong cold front. Along with the cold front, we can expect more rain and clouds, while right now we are seeing highs of 90s. Friday, we'll be seeing lows in the 50s. With that, let's take a look at what we can expect for this week's weather. Right now in the North Texas area, over in Denton, it is 88 degrees. In Graham, it is 90. And over in Sulphur Springs, it is 89. Across the state, we're seeing similar temperatures, a little cooler. Over in Amarillo, it is 82. In El Paso, it's 91. And over in Austin, it is 93. Let's take a look at this week's forecast. Starting off Tuesday, we will be seeing some clouds. It's going to be partly cloudy with a high of 92 and a low of 75. Wednesday, we can expect rain and storms, so be aware of that. A high of 88 and a low of 68. Thursday, that rain is going to continue, a high of 84 and a low of 64. Friday, those clouds are going to linger with a high of 79 and a low of 53. Saturday, a high of 72, a low of 49. Sunday, we are going to get some sun, but it's still going to be pretty cool with a high of 75 and a low of 51. Monday, those clouds are going to be coming back with a high of 79 and a low of 55. That's all I have for now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Kayla. The State Fair of Texas opened its gates for the 137th time this past Friday morning.
It's one of my favorite times of the year. One of the big attractions of this fair this year is the Kroger Starlight Parade. The parade's floats feature midway rides, quarter horses, and an animatronic longhorn. And it wouldn't be the State Fair of Texas without this food. This year's Big Texas Choice Award winners are deep fried pho, Biscoff Delight, and bourbon banana sopapillas. The fair broke their attendance record last year with more than 2 million visitors, and the organization hopes to break another record this year.
And the fair will be open daily until October 22nd. ntTV will be taking you to the Great State Fair of Texas throughout the month of October. In fact, our first visit will be this Wednesday, so be sure to tune in for the fun. You know, Mauricio, I can't lie, I'm a little hungry right now.
Me too. Yeah, my stomach is rumbling.
Is that what I've been hearing? Well, what do you think you're hungry for, Mauricio?
Well, I could go for some tacos, but speaking of which, I believe our very own James Peeler has something to say about tacos. James?
Thanks, guys. It's hard to imagine a world without tacos, and I'm grateful they're a part of my everyday life. With National Taco Day this Wednesday, it's important for us to recognize the impact one of America's many comforts, crossing cultures and spanning centuries. Among historians, tacos are thought to come from ancient Mexico, long before conquistadors like Hernan Cortez and Pedro de Alvarado landed on the beaches. They used corn tortillas and filled them with fish and other cooked meats, but those don't look anything like the tacos we have today. The tacos we know today originated within the past century. A hot, crunchy U-shaped shell, seasoned ground beef, cool lettuce, and tomatoes that almost melt to shredded before cheese. My mouth's already watering, so I'm gonna go ahead and chow down. Back to y'all at the studio.
Thanks, Jimmy. AI is causing controversy and some big stars are not happy. We'll explain.
And how someone is getting ready for Halloween in a big way when we return.
And now we return to Fabric of Passion.
Oh, Hector, it will be so hard for us to part, but we must.
But, my love, what did I do? I thought we were meant to be together forever.
I am so disheartened to say that you're just not in style anymore. But you will be, to someone else, in a better place.
You're gonna shred me?
No.
I'm donating you to one of the many clothing donation boxes available on campus. There is one in the Union by the Syndicate and one on Union Circle Drive.
Oh, well, why didn't you just say so? I'm gonna be someone's new shirt.
I thought you'd be more distressed.
Oh, absolutely not. It was cramped in your closet anyways.
Maybe you would like to be shredded after all.
As the actors' strike continues, one of the main concerns is artificial intelligence. This technology can be used to recreate actors' image, likeness, and voice without their consent. Robin Williams' daughter Zelda says that for years she's heard her dad's voice misused, describing the AI creation as disturbing. Zelda has advocated for giving living actors the chance to perform these roles. Williams isn't the only victim of AI. Tom Hanks was featured in a dental plan promotional ad without his endorsement of the company. Using AI to create these virtual actors has become one of Hollywood's hottest topics and is driving force behind the ongoing actor strike. We'll keep you updated on further updates, but for now, it doesn't look like AI is going anywhere.
If you're in the mood to find your new favorite art museum, then you're in luck, because Meow Wolf and Grapevine Mills Mall has opened their doors up for people of all ages, and I had the amazing chance to take a look at all that Meow Wolf had to offer. Please take a look.
Meow Wolf Grapevine opened for the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex at the Grapevine Mills Mall this past July and has since been immersing its visitors into what they call the real unreal, a place of boundless imagination and creativity. Meow Wolf is a choose-your-own-adventure art museum with an interactive mystery narrative guests can choose to solve. It transports you into a realm where anything that can exist probably does. And it's full of rooms, portals, wormholes, and hidden surprises just waiting to be uncovered. So really, this isn't just any other art museum.
What's great about almost any museum, right, is that it challenges your creative self and you can learn to explore. But I think what Meow Wolf does and allows you to interact in real time with your own creativity. So you can come in and take Meow Wolf as whatever you want it to be and use it to kind of ignite your own creativity and excitement.
Meow Wolf currently has 4 locations: in Santa Fe, where the original Meow Wolf is, Las Vegas, Denver, and now Dallas, with a 5th one on the way to Houston in 2024. And each of them have their own experience.
So each of our locations have their own unique narrative story. So the best part about Meow Wolf is that you'll always have a unique experience when you come visit it. I have a lot of different spaces that I love. I love the big wide sweeping spaces. So like our forest area, our Glowquarium is amazing. I think our arcade is not to be missed because it includes a lot of different games that were created by local DFW-based artists.
Meow Wolf kept me guessing what each door would have on the other side of it. It felt like I was entering a new world with every turn. And in those worlds, you felt the need to touch everything and see what might happen when you do. The art itself is not just fun and interactive, though. It's genuinely beautiful and meant to be admired. It will make you think about the artists behind the art, as Meow Wolf is comprised of art from people all over the country, many of whom are actually Texas natives and UNT alumni.
We have over 40 artists who came together that are all from Texas. So these local artists help contribute to their different spaces, including the wall that's behind me right now. We have a number of UNT alumni, including Brooke Cheney, Alex Riviere, and a lot of other ones that are all from UNT.
Exploring the real unreal left me in awe at the sheer amount of creativity on display. And this psychedelic escape from reality will definitely have me coming back soon to find out what I missed and find out what's left for me to discover.
There was so much amazing art in Meow Wolf, I'm sad I couldn't share it all. But if you want to go and check out the museum yourself, Meow Wolf is running a college discount until October 12th for anyone in higher education, including faculty. You'll make your ticket $30, which means if you originally would have paid for the $50 ticket, that's $20 off your purchase. Use code COLLEGE30, that's college in all caps and 30 as the numbers 30, and get your discount for Meow Wolf today.
And is Barbie taking over the music scene? Fleetwood Mac's Stevie Nicks now has her own Barbie. It's part of Mattel's Barbie music series. The Stevie Barbie has some of Nick's signature items like the smoky eyes, the bangs, and even her golden moon necklace. The Barbie was available for pre-order for $55, but now it's sold out. Stevie Nicks was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist, but this Barbie isn't the only iconic doll that everyone's talking about. And if you were a fan of those Barbies, you might have a bone to pick with the statue of Taylor Swift, or should I say Skeleton Swift. Your eyes do not deceive you. That is a 12-foot tall skeleton dressed up as the pop icon Taylor Swift. Adorned with 3 blonde wigs, a microphone, and a blue dress, the skeleton is an ode to both Taylor and her newly re-recorded album 1989. Swift's skeleton has a boyfriend, Tibia Kelsey, a reflection of Swift's new boyfriend, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelsey. The skeleton stands as a spooky introduction to the Halloween season.
Well, Manny, I'm glad to see that things are going great for Taylor and Travis, but they aren't the only ones who came away with a big win last night.
That's right, Mauricio. The Dallas Cowboys were able to bounce back with a huge win against the Patriots last night. Our sports reporter Sebastian Nava has more on last night's win. Sebastian?
That's right, guys. The Cowboys and Mean Green both got big wins over the weekend, and the Rangers began their quest for their first ever title. All that and more after the break.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Let's get started. This
Plug you back in.
is a motor vehicle. This is the blinker
Where's that
mechanism.
from?
To use it,
I've never seen The Matrix, so.
push it up for the right blinker and down to go left. You're welcome. It was easy.
Did you know you have access to video equipment like DVDs, video games, and cameras? That's right, you do. Come on down to Chilton Library and fulfill your media dream. Located on the bottom floor next to the student sculpture. Hope to see you there soon. Hey girl, you know you look good. I like the way you move and groove. I'm not sure.
Yesterday was the final day of Major League play, and the playoff picture was finally defined. The Rangers went into yesterday's game already with a playoff spot and needed just a win or a loss by the Astros to win the division. Rangers pitchers Dane Dunning and Martin Perez looked up to the task, pitching a combined 7 innings with 8 strikeouts and only allowing 1 run. But the Rangers offense was blanked by the Mariners as they could only manage 4 hits and were shut out in a 1-0 loss to end the season. Now, with the end of the regular season comes the favorite month of all baseball fans, October. The Rangers begin their quest for their first ever title tomorrow at 2 p.m. against El Cubano Más Mexicano, Rainier Rosarena, and the Tampa Bay Rays. The Dallas Cowboys hosted Ezekiel Elliott and the New England Patriots looking for a win after last week's devastating loss to the Cardinals. The defense regained its form yesterday with 2 touchdowns of its own, including a fumble recovered for a touchdown and a pick-6 return for a touchdown. Dak Prescott had a good game, throwing for 261 yards and a touchdown pass to CeeDee Lamb in a 38-3 win over the Patriots. The Cowboys have had a strong start to the season, going 3-1 with what many are saying is the best defense in the league. But they'll have their toughest test yet under the lights on Sunday night against the undefeated San Francisco 49ers. Last Saturday, UNC hosted the Abilene Christian Wildcats, looking to erase some early season setbacks before making their American Conference debut. The Mean Green responded to an early touchdown with 31 consecutive points, including an 8-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Chandler Rogers to Jeremy Macklin. The Mean Green offense finished the game with 530 total yards of offense, with Chandler Rogers finishing with 350 yards and 4 total touchdowns. The Mean Green will look to keep the wins coming in American Conference play on Saturday at 2:30 in Annapolis against the Navy Academy. Now that's all I have for sports. Back to y'all at the desk.
Hey Mauricio, do you happen to know anywhere where I can get some budget-friendly craft supplies? I have really been struggling to find some things for my art class this semester.
Well, actually, our segment anchor Melanie just told me about a new story and a new store right here in Denton with craft supplies and more. Melanie?
Mauricio, this week I found a store with craft supplies and clothes perfect for college students who are looking to save some money. Take a look.
Reuse and Old Bear Vintage have now opened in Denton. JC Sparks tells us about the craft section benefits.
We are what is known as a creative reuse center. We're essentially a secondhand arts and crafts supplies store. Our mission here is really just to make crafting materials and just creativity in general accessible to everybody. We have tons of college students that come and shop here. Like I mentioned, a lot of fashion students will come in to get fabric materials, zippers or thread. It's also like a ton of art students will come in and shop. I know that like art students will sometimes have like a really extensive long list of supplies that they'll need for their class, and they're normally all like pretty dang expensive. And so we get a lot of fine art materials that can benefit college students in the art program.
This store is not the only section of the store that can save you money. Old Bear Vintage can also help. Becca Burns has more to say.
Our focus has always been to provide good quality vintage clothes, but without that super high price tag. So we thought with the space that we have at Aura, we would give college students the chance to get more affordable clothing. At Aura right now, Monday through Friday, you can get any piece of clothing, 2 for $25. And then on the weekend, we go down to $10 on Saturday, and on Sunday, every single piece is just $7. Something else that we've brought to this new store is that we buy clothing. You know, if you have vintage just sitting in your closet that you've thrifted, that you don't wear anymore, you want something new, you can bring it to us, and we'll either give you cash or we'll give you more for store credit.
If you want to make a donation, you can make a donation at thriftalcreativereuse.com or oldbearvintage.com. You can also check out the Old Bear Instagram for random deals and special clothes and more. That's all I have this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Melanie. You know, Mauricio, I just love that because I'm in college. I love shopping, but I love sales and deals even more than that.
Oh yeah, I'm always in the market for some good graphic tees, you know. I don't know, yeah. I feel like I have too many plain colored shirts in my closet.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.